G'day beautiful people, welcome back to Cooking with the Riz. Today I'm going to make a vegetarian risotto for you. So I've got all my beautiful rice sitting here, my arborio rice, that one. I've got some cherry tomatoes straight from my garden, which are yummy as. I've got some crushed garlic here. I've got chopped up continental parsley and basil in this together. My onions, diced onions, my sweet potatoes. I've got this beautiful zucchini that was from my garden as well. Some broccolini, capsicum, mushrooms, white wine and olive oil. And for the liquid, I'm going to make up some Vegeta stock. Okay, that's just a vegetarian stock. You can use a chicken stock if you like, but I'm just doing a vegetarian one. So the kettle's on now, just boiling away. And I'll wait for that to get to its boiling point there, and then I'll put that in there and I'll move everything over to where all the action happens, and I'll show you what goes on from there. Alright, so but this is basically all you need here. You can put whatever veggies you like, but I'm putting this in, and I'm also going to put some feta cheese on top at the end as well. Alright, so without further ado, I'll shift everything over to there and I'll show you what that's all about in a sec. Okay, I've just been frying off my onions in here. So what we're doing now, the first step is to make the rice. Okay, the risotto part. So plenty of olive oil in here so it coats the grains of rice. And my onions have been cooking here for a few minutes. So I reckon I can throw some of this in, which I've got 3 cups of arborio rice here. Okay, and then what you do is you just stir it around like so, and just make sure that the rice, every grain is sort of coated with a bit of oil. And then your next step will be the bit of white wine goes in, and then your stock, and that just cooks out for a bit. And then we tip it out to cool down onto a tray. So I have a tray ready with some greaseproof paper on it, ready to go. I've got one just sitting here. So this is okay, it's not too bad. Get my white wine. Get a good glug of white wine in there. Alright, give that a stir. You smell that beautiful wine cooking out there. It's really nice, the aroma. Yum. I'll just let that cook for a sec. I've got my stock here. I'll just get a ladle. So you always got to cook the alcohol out of the wine. Doesn't take long at all to do that. That's pretty good. And we just start adding our stock. So add it in bit by bit here at the start. Good stir around. That's nicely boiling away here. I'm going to put some more in. I've put about half in already, so that's about 1 litre that I've put into that. And you want to put enough liquid in here to cover the rice with probably about, I would say, probably about half an inch above, or an inch even above the rice, and just let that cook out. Go a bit more. So I've used about, what have we got here? 1.7 litres of stock, 3 cups of arborio rice. So just let that cook out. So it takes a few minutes to cook out. Don't stir it too much, because if you stir it around too much and play with it too much, you break the grains of rice and it ends up like porridge, and you don't want that. So just be gentle with it. Every few minutes, just give it a little stir up. You'll see it start soaking up all that stock in there, nice and beautifully. And then just grab a grain of rice, have a little taste, make sure it's got a little bit of bite to it still. So you don't want to cook it fully, just cook it like 3/4. So, and then tip it out onto your tray to cool down. And then we'll do the next step after that. And I'll show you that shortly. Okay guys, the rice is actually ready here. So it's only 3/4 cooked, remember? So don't cook it any further, because you're going to be cooking it again soon. So I'll turn the gas off there, and I will grab a couple of tea towels, because this is quite hot on the handles. Just fold them up nice and thick. Grab my tray. Just leave that over there for a minute. Tray on there. Alright. I'll just tip that straight on top of that. Just like so. That's all you need to do. Okay? With that. This is actually quite yummy on its own. Yeah, really yum. So I'll just give this a bit of a wash so I can start the next step. Alright. So there we go, just move that around like so. Just like that. Let it cool. You don't want it to, because rice holds a lot of heat. That's why you need to do it like this. Alright. Takes ages. If you left that in a bowl or something, that will take ages to cool down. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'll just put that onto the side here. And I'll wash that pan and I'll be back. Alrighty, let's get this going here. Boys and girls. Good splodge of olive oil. Throw in some onions. So I actually chopped up 4 onions, and I used 3/4 of it in the rice, and the next quarter into here. So you can hear that going beautifully. I'm going to throw these in there as well. A few of these. Enough. Because they take a fair bit to cook, so that's why I throw them in now. Get them going nicely. Sweet potatoes. So I've got a couple of that's probably one, no, two small sweet potato. So 4 onions chopped, 2 small sweet potatoes cut up like that. I've got 1 capsicum that I've diced up here as well, or chopped up like that. I've done got a nice probably about a dozen to 15 mushrooms that I've just cut like so into wedges, and I've got some garlic here. Probably, I reckon I will be putting in here around about four cloves in here, which I'll put some in now. There's actually more than that in here, but I'm just going to use that. Love our garlic in this house. Beautiful. Alright, so that's there. So just keep stirring it around. Oh, that garlic smells good, I tell you what. Yummy. Ooh. Bloody beautiful. Okay. Got my rice is cooling down beautifully over there. Yeah, so that's 3/4 cooked. Oops. Throw my caps in here now. Actually, it's not one full capsicum. That's about, actually that's about half the capsicum I've got in there now. Alright, I've got my stock here ready to go. Okay. I might add a little bit of cream to this later, at the end. See how we go. Cooking nicely here. I might throw my caps in here now. That's about two, zucchinis. That's about 2 zucchinis in there. And we've got these, mushrooms, tomatoes, and broccolinis. Actually, I might put my little broccolini. I've got these, I've got the tops here that I've cut the bottoms off, and I've just cut them, diced them up, and then I'm going to put these in a bit later before I serve, so they don't overcook too much. Alright, so that's looking nice and colourful, isn't it? Beautiful. That garlic smells really good. All right. I'm going to throw these mushies in now, actually. I'm going to maybe 8-10 mushrooms in there. So when you've got everything prepared like this, it's so much easier to work. This is cooking beautifully here. Tomatoes in. Oh, damn it. There goes the mushroom. Just going to add a little bit of stock because that helps with the cooking of it too. Creates steam in there and helps the veggies cooking as well. And the idea is not to overcook everything just so it's mush, okay? So just be careful when you do that. I'll throw these stems in. The tops of the broccolini, not the stems. They're already in there. I'm going to put some white wine, a bit more white wine now. They cook out, then I'll add some stock, and then the rice goes in last to finish off the cooking. Throw some stock in. Just remember you need the stock in here to finish off cooking the rice as well. So by the time all that's done, everything else in here will be cooked. That's the name of the game anyway. Okay, let's see how we go with that. I'll grab some rice here. So it doesn't matter if you've got some of this left over. You can turn it, you can make a fried rice or something and use the leftover, or you can just serve it as it is on the side if you have something else that you made, like a casserole or something like that even. I'll just stir this bit in. This is so colourful and beautiful, look at that. Gorgeous. I'll just let that go for a minute. Might need a bit more rice in here. You want to have more veggies than rice anyway. I'll probably put all the rest of this in here. I might just do that. Alright. Everything down. Like that. Alright guys, got my big fat head in the road. Like that, and this little bit can go in. So it's yeah, so that was 3 cups of rice I put in there. That's it. There you go. It's a nice big full pan now. Look at that. And I've got some basil and parsley which I'm going to put in now. Get a good big handful of that. It's probably about half a bunch of basil, and the same again for the parsley. That probably needs more stock in here. You just feel it. You just you don't want it to be dry, yeah. Okay, so you want it to have a bit of liquid in there, so that when it's finished, you've still got a little bit of liquid left over. This is looking pretty good. Those beautiful colours in there. Gorgeous. So remember, don't want it dry, okay? Still want some liquid to be in there when you serve it up. And I've got some feta cheese to go on top and a bit of parmesan. And be careful putting salt on, because the stock can be a bit salty. So taste first and then add after. I might put a bit of pepper in here. Give it a good old cracked pepper. Good old dosing. Pepper's good. Alright, this is just about done. I've got to test one of these, make sure they're done right. Come here. It's pretty good. That was the sweet potato. It's got a tiny bit of crunch to it. But that'll be okay. Just let it go a bit more. Whoops. Alright. Spilt some. Doesn't matter. Leave it for the cleaner. That's me, of course. Alright, we'll just let that just cook a little bit longer. Nice with a bit of cream. Just toss that through. This is just about ready, guys. and I'll serve it up and do a taste test. Beautiful for the family. You know, everyone will love this, even children. You know, so don't be scared to experiment a little bit with different vegetables. Just put whatever you like in here. You could even put toss in some spinach or rocket in here as well. So whatever you feel like. That's one big, nice, juicy pan of risotto. A lot of people don't know how to cook the rice properly, and that turns out not very nice at all. That's cooked nicely now. Check out one of my little that's pretty good. Okay, let that go a fraction more. Turn it down a little bit. Alright, well I'll let that just continue for a couple of minutes, and that'll be right to go then, and then I'll do a taste test in a moment. Okay guys, I've just served up some of this beautiful risotto on the plate here. I've just sprinkled a bit of feta cheese over the top. Okay, just like so. And some gorgeous parmesan as well. Just like so. Put as much on or as little as you like. Me, being an Italian, we love our parmesan. So let's try a little bit, eh? That is really yummy. Capsicum, tomatoes from the garden, feta cheese on top, parmesan, a beautiful fresh herbs out of the garden as well, the parsley and the basil, and this is just a treat made in heaven. Really good. Well guys, that's another home run there. And smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell next to it so you receive everything I do. And until the next one, we'll see you then. Until then, God bless and happy cooking to everyone. Ciao, ciao.